very happy to have the opportunity to present you the ArboCarto tool. It is a tool developed to predict the dynamics of Aedes mosquitoes from weather and environmental variables, some of these variables coming from Earth observation. And this tool was developed in close collaboration between researchers from research institutes like CIRAD and IRD, but also with engineers in geomatics and a lot of different stakeholders involved in vector control from the French Ministry and health regional agencies. So it was really built to try to have a tool that can be used by the vector control agencies in France and French Overseas Department. To summarize, the tool is using an Aedes process-based mosquito population model. So it's based on the life cycle of mosquitoes from eggs to larvae, developing into pupae, and then for the adult stage, describing all the different steps of the adult females, which take blood meal and then mature their eggs and then lay their egg again. And all of these biological life cycle is described using differential equations. So I will skip the equations. And it was applied in temperate environments for Aedes albopictus and in tropical environments for Aedes albopictus and Aedes aegypti. And all of the different transition from one stage to another in this model are impacted by temperature and rainfall, and all of the knowledge that we have on the impact of environmental and weather conditions are described using this set of equations. Earth observation data are very important to describe the availability of breeding sites, and it's not easy because these two species breed in very small recipients that can be filled with water either from the rainfall or by humans, and it's very difficult to detect it from the Earth. But if there is a link with the type of urbanization and the knowledge from the different stakeholders about this link, then, for example, using the product Urban Atlas, it can be an association with the density of breeding sites that are human activities linked or precipitation linked according to the different type of urbanization that can be described from space using, for example, Urban Atlas. So that's the way that Earth observation data are very useful in this tool. The output of the model are maps that can be updated every week or even every day, depending on what the user wants. For example, here in Réunion Island or here in Montpellier in southern France, in shapefile format or KML format. So it is to be used really within the information system from the stakeholders. And also because it's a process-based model, the user can implement some scenarios of control, for example, removing the breeding sites in one area at this period of time, or spreading some adulticide and see the results of these vector action on the population dynamics. Of course, we try to validate the model as often as possible in different places. Here you have some examples in southern France and also in two islands, Mauritius and Réunion Island in the Indian Ocean. And to be used by stakeholders, we developed an interface. It's in French because it was really conceived for the French vector control agencies, where you have different modules to simulate the dynamics, the mosquito dynamics. Very easy to to deal with the simulation periods, the folders where the data, the weather data, the environment data are stored, and the folder where you have the results. So we try to develop an interface quite easy to use by non-modelers, let's say. And as conclusion, we developed this generic mosquito process-based model since years until it become an operational tool that is used for Aedes albopictus and Aedes aegypti, but it could be adapted to other species. We also added R0 model for dengue, and it's a good way to transfer the results of research to public stakeholders, and I think the tool will continue to improve. For this transfer, we did a lot of training sessions remotely and also in the health agencies. And as short-term implementation perspectives, we are trying to develop the English version, of course, and also Arbocarto R, which is the same tool, okay, but with an online interface. Thank you very much for your attention.